Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel Love Messages for Her. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. I woke up in a hospital and you weren't there. My love, I woke up and the world was sent. Cold light, hard surfaces, no you. That first breath tasted like metal. My heart was a stranger. I called your name before I knew where my voice came from. It hit me then you weren't there. The nurse asked my name. I whispered yours instead. It came out like a prayer, like a question I didn't want an answer to. Do you remember the night I drove us home in the rain? You were asleep against my shoulder. Rain traced lines on the window. I promised then quietly that nothing would ever break us. I promised in a voice that shook. You smiled in your sleep. You breathed into my ribs. You made me believe I could be brave forever. I saw the sailing tiles. I tried to move. Pain bit into me like truth. I tried to remember how I got there. Fragments came. A shout, a headlight, a single terrible sound, and then black. I kept searching for you in the empty room, for your hand, for that shape of your shoulder against mine, for the smell of your hair, for the way you hum when you think no one is listening, nothing. They told me you had left, that you had gone. They used quiet words for things that make noise inside you. They said it like it was simple, like leaving could be gentle. But leaving is not gentle. Leaving is a pulled tooth. Leaving is a room that knows your laugh and pretends it never learned it. I remember your hands, how they used to trace the small map of my back, how they found places even I forgot existed. You held my fears like fragile things. You believed in me until I believed in myself again. How do you explain the absence of that? If I close my eyes, I can't go back to the first apartment we shared, the clipped mug in the sink. The late pizza boxes, your feet on my lap as we watched something terrible and fell asleep anyway. Your breath against my neck, your whispering stay small words that became a home. Do you remember when I was scared to tell you about the surgery? You didn't let me finish. You kissed my forehead and said, I am here. You held my hand in the recovery room like you could stitch me back together with your fingers. I believed you then. I believed it was against all of it. Now that I wake up and you are not here, I am learning how much of me depends on your shadow. My courage was borrowed. My mornings were warmer because of your cup in the sink. My jokes sounded better because you laughed before I finished them. I am not asking for pity. I am not building a case. I am confessing. I am telling you the truth. I was too proud to say. I should have told you more. I should have told you sooner. I should have listened when you were quiet, when you needed me to sit and be with your silence. Instead, I punished us with distance. I chose work, I chose excuses, I chose sleep. Regret is a heavy thing. It sits in the bed between us like a third person. It knows our worst words, it knows the fights we never finished. It knows the sentence I swallowed because I feared the drop in your eyes. People say time heals. They don't mention how time is also a thief. It takes moments you didn't treasure and calls them gone. It teaches you to approach memory like trespassing, careful, ashamed, desperate. I keep replaying the last week's small things. The pair of socks you left by the door, the coffee cup half full on the counter, your playlist still playing on my phone as if you forgot to press stop. The kindest notes you hit for me, tiny peppers anchors I never found in time. When I imagine you now, I see two versions. One is here, close, soft, real. The other is far, distant, moving. They both hurt, one because he is gone from my room, the other because he may have moved on without looking back at the ruins of us. If you woke up to me absent, would you come? Would you run down the hall and sit with my hand in yours? Would you make a joke about my dramatic hospital hat? Would you tell the nurse I was yours and that's enough? These are the questions that keep me awake between night and dawn. I scared not of dying, not even of the pain. I am scared of a life that learns to exist without your voice shaping it. I am afraid that in the silence where you once fit, something else will grow. A life that forgets the color of your laugh, a life that learns to breathe without you. I keep seeing flashbacks like broken home videos, you are dancing in the kitchen like no one is watching. You teaching me how to make scrambled eggs properly. You holding me in a storm when my father's words felt like knives. You showing me that softness could be a kind of strength. These are the things I carry like contraband because they are ours. If I hurt you, if my silence made your nights colder, if my absence whisper lies into your ear, I am sorry. I am sorry with the kind of feeling that rearranges the bones inside my chest. I am sorry with the small, humble act of a man who knows what he lost and why. I don't ask for forgiveness because I don't deserve it yet. I only ask for truth. Tell me if you were scared. Tell me if you thought I had given up. Tell me if you loved me less. Tell me anything, even if it breaks me more. Because silence is worse than any wound. Silence is the slow forgetting of names. Silence is the cold room that learns to pretend it was never warm. If this letter finds you, if these words leak through whatever distance holds us, know this. I woke up wanting the first thing I ever wanted in my life, to be near you, to make it right, to prove that when everything else fails, I still remember how to love you. If you are reading this and you are fat, then live with the force I always admired in you. Find fire, find light, find someone who sees you like I did if I failed to. I don't want to be the chain that keeps you in any kind of sorrow. But if there is even thin thread left, if one small corner of your heart still keeps my name, then turn. Turn back to the place we met together. Bring all your doubt, bring all your anger, bring everything. If this is the last thing I leave you, let it be simple, let it be truth. I woke up. You were not there, I am still here and I love you enough to wait. If you cannot come back, then burn this letter, fold it into the light, forgive me, but if you can, please come. And if this is the last line my hands write to you, then know this, with everything left in me, I woke up wanting you and I will die wanting you. Thanks for watching. Please do subscribe.